Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your January 11th, 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out immensely, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Tower, we have the Star. Oh, I like that. Ooh, okay. We have the Devil reversed. We have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Sun. And we have the Eight of Cups reversed. This is intense. This is interesting. I like that we have the Sun and the Tower, there we go, coming through because there's just a sense of this balance of light and dark during this time. A tower time doesn't have to be terrible, right? It can be, but it doesn't have to be. A tower time can be getting married. It can be a birth of a child. It can be a heck of a lot of things because it just changes your world and it changes your world drastically. The foundation that you thought you had gets changed. And you see that if you get married and then it's like, okay, well, how do I make this work? If you have a child or a child comes into your life, it's like, okay, how do I make this work? So here with the Tower, it's seeing this energy and it's being aware that it's going to rock your foundation. It's going to test what you thought you know, and it's going to push you to limits that you didn't think you could be pushed to. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a thing that makes us expand as human beings. We have the Star coming into play. That's Aquarius energy. So if we have Aquarius energy in our charts, that's coming through very powerfully. If we have Aquarius energy in our lives, that's coming through very powerfully. We're connecting with our soul's dream. Our Tower time has made us question our soul's dream, has made us rethink our soul's dream, has made us look at our soul's dream quite differently. With the Devil reversed. Now, this is interesting because we're in the Capricorn time frame during this time, right? Capricorn sun. Now we also have a Capricorn, of course, new moon. And so that comes into play. And this is going to be a little bit tricky for us. So just know that we're not going to be the most comfortable with this moon. So being aware of that is super important. The Five of Cups reversed, just change your mind, change your life. But we're tending to see things one certain way. And we're going to continue to want to say, oh, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. It's going to be really important to get rid of or to lessen our preconceived notions. With the Two of Swords, we're going to be seeing that, and that's crowning this whole entire reading, is the sense of you thought A or you thought B. Like the path was always so clear to you. Or if not clear, it was, well, of course you did this, or of course you did that. And now we're going to see a myriad of things opening up and new paths moving us forward in ways that we hadn't expected, hadn't anticipated. It brings us to the Sun. This is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. There's happiness, there's joy, there's prosperity, there's success. The Eight of Cups reversed is we're not quite ready to walk away from something. So it can be a mindset, it can be a relationship, it can be, just something that isn't right for us or that we've outgrown in one way or another. We're not quite ready to walk away from this. So just being aware of this is going to be super important. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowflake in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced in a completely separate video, its own video, on the 1st of February. So keep your eyes open for that. The instructions on what to do next will be in that video and in the description box. But do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box below. It will not be me. And if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this one right here. Clarity. You're going to be seeing things a lot more clearly after this time. So during this time, during this moon, yes, but also after this moon, there's going to be certain things that start to just it's like puzzle pieces. It's like playing Tetris, right? You're getting everything to line up and move in a way that it all starts to fall into place. It all starts to have this rhythm that it just didn't have before. There's a lot of clarity that's coming in. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is inspiration reversed. So this is the sacral chakra. And Spirit is saying here, there is this level of being inspired. There is this sense of embracing our sensual self, our creative self, our, kind of I want to say pushing the boundaries self, and it doesn't mean we have to do anything wacky or crazy. It just means that we want to experience. Now, with inspiration reversed, our sacral chakra is clogged for one reason or another. I would highly recommend tapping with an open fist, on your tailbone and also on your kidneys. Do this for 2 minutes, and it's really quite a beautiful way to release energy, stuck energy within us. We see that in Qigong. And if you're interested in Spring Forest Qigong, check out the description box below. There's a link to it. So here with the sacral chakra coming in and inspiration being reversed, we need to unclog this energy. And we need to start letting ourselves embrace our world. Like really embracing our world. When spirit says sensual, it doesn't mean with a partner or, or sexiness. It means embracing our sensual body, feeling, emotional being and letting that be a part of this world. Because there's almost a sense here like we shut down a bit, and it's like we need to reclaim what is beautiful in our bodies, in our souls, in ourselves, in our world, in our experiences. There is a sense like we shut down, and spirit's like, it's time to stop. It's time to reclaim our power again. And our energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, right here, came right out. The Wheel of Fortune. So be mindful that things are changing and that we can feel like it's supposed to be changing a lot quicker than it actually is. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be super important for us. The Wheel of Fortune is knowing that a new season is coming. But again, we're feeling restless. Things aren't changing as quickly as we would like them to. And that can make us feel really frustrated. So being aware of that, and also being aware with the Eight of Cups reverse, is that we might have a change coming in that we're kind of walking away from. We're like, no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this for one reason or another. And Spirit is also saying here, it there can come a point during this time where we just need to take the leap, where we need to say, no, I need this change. Like I know in my soul, I need this change. So we're crowned with the Two of Swords, and we're going to see how the tarot and the astrology of this new moon all coincide and collect together. So the new moon is on the 11th of January. It's at 20 degrees, 44 minutes of Capricorn. Now, what's really interesting is during this time, we have Mars out of bounds till the 23rd of January. And what this means is that extreme emotions come forward. We can see that in the Tower, just extreme emotions. We can see that in the Devil reverse, things not being as ordered as we would like them to be. But we're also releasing a lot of, is it releasing? Because I see spirit saying, we're seeing a lot of addictions, fears, like a lot of things that we might not even have known were addictions, like numbing out, scrolling endlessly on our phone, disconnecting. We're going to be calling that out. We're going to be seeing that during this time, which is actually a really good thing, but we can find it to be a bit annoying. So we're going to be seeing addictions coming forward, doubts, fears, things in our lives are ways that we embrace our world that isn't necessarily as stellar as we would want it to be. So just being aware of that during this time is going to be really important. We also will have a tendency, if we get into arguments, like not to walk away. We're going to be like, no, I'm going to stay right here and I'm going to, yell this out. Walking away is sometimes the absolute best thing you can do. You can't take back words, but you cannot say them. So just be aware of that during this time. Now we also have the dwarf planet Eris moving stationary direct at 24 degrees of Aries, which brings this tremendous need for truth and for justice to come forward. There's going to be this like really honing in on what is true, what is just, and connecting with that energy. We're also going to see that what is true and just for us isn't necessarily what we had originally thought it would be. So seeing new paths come up with the Two of Swords is going to be a powerful thing. Pluto is 29 degrees of Capricorn till the 20th. Now, this is important because we have Capricorn energy here, represented by the Devil. We have this reversed. And with Pluto being 29 degrees of Capricorn, this brings out the less positive aspect of Capricorn. So what we're going to see here is the less positive aspect of Capricorn really does affect us. It holds us back in one way or another. Now, if we're born on the cusp of Capricorn, if we have Capricorn in our chart, we will see this come through even more. This part of our personality will trip us up. This person can be annoying us. It doesn't mean that, if if one of your kids is a Capricorn, or your partner is a Capricorn, or, somebody that you're really super close to is a Capricorn, it doesn't mean that you just completely avoid them, but just know that they will be testing you during this time. And you'll be like, wow, what the heck? What the heck is going on? So just being aware of this is super important. On, not on, but during this year, okay, 2024, it is a time where we're really being asked, what will you build? But we're also seeing what has fallen apart. 2023 was a time where Spirit was pretty much telling us to choose. Do you choose love or do you choose fear? Do you choose being the victor or being the victim? And what we're going to see here is we're going to be building off those choices. And 2023, at least I know for me personally, I was both the victim and the victor. I was both in love and in fear and everything in between. So we're going to be seeing which emotions we are choosing to come out in because we've experienced them all. And this is also going to be a time of simplicity, that's coming forward, simplicity and joy, or joy and simplicity. And we're going to be looking at things quite differently 2024 for the whole entire year than we have in previous years. There's going to be a sense of clarity coming forward. And it all starts with a tower time. It all starts with something that has really shaken us to our core. And whatever that has been, we're going to see that whatever has shaken us to the core, and it could be, 2020, right? And everything that went on then, it can be other personal things for us, but we're going to see that time. And we're going to be coming out of it spiritually, emotionally, personally. And it's like, okay, this was my tower time. Like, this was my crucible. This was my intensity. And it brings us to this place where the new moon is trine Uranus, which is, we're inspired for the future. Like, we don't expect that from a tower time, but it leads right into the star. It leads right into our dreams. And there's a real sense here, if not now, then when? And if not me, then who? We can always say, oh, I'm going to do this, but we can always be busy and we can always be distracted. This is going to be a time for us where we're really pulling in the reins, where we're finding that balance. We are represented by temperance in the major arcana, where harmony, balance, that's so important to us. Truth is also really important to us. So we're going to see ourselves harmonizing our lives, ourselves, what we desire, what we want, what we need, what's important to us. And it's going to be making things bigger, and it's going to be making things more. But we're going to see that we're stepping into our future with a real sense of being aligned with our soul's desire. Not what people tell us, oh, you should want this, you should want that, you should get this, you should get that. But what does your soul really want? And what does your soul really need? Mars is trine Jupiter, which is very enthusiastic, go get 'em energy. So that's coming forward here as well. We have the sun on our side. That luck is guiding us forward. That beauty is very much with us. We're really engaged for the future. There's a real sense of, I'm building for something greater. I'm building for something more. Mars is powering Ixion, the dwarf planet Ixion in Capricorn. And we are being asked the question, are we living by the rules that are right for us? Are we living by the rules that are right for us? And this is going to be a big question because it's not societally. We're not talking about that. We're talking about our own personal code or our own personal way of doing things. Is it right for us? And it can be, work has us doing XYZ. Is that resonating with you or is it not? But it's going to be more here. Are you living by the rules that are right for you? Because the devil reverse is calling out everything toxic, everything negative, everything, everything that isn't right in your life. And you're going to be seeing it. Because our soul, God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, has planted a dream within us. And our soul is calling that dream forward. It's interesting because I'm hearing Chiron. And Chiron is known as the wounded warrior. And Chiron, in our chart, that's where our original wound is. We'll see all wounds kind of build off of that original weakness. Think of Achilles dipped in the river Styx and the Achilles heel that's named after him because that's the weak point. That's the point that can bring you down. That was the only point on Achilles that could bring him down. So we're going to be seeing that coming forward during this time because we're asked, are we living by the right rules? Are we moving forward in the right way for us? Mercury is conjunct the galactic center. Now, this is a big deal. Mercury represents the mind, represents the messenger, and this is conjunct the cosmic mind. And this is in alignment with the cosmic mind. And so we're going to be looking at things. And it's interesting that we have this blockage here with the Five of Cups, where it's hard to change our minds and change our lives. It's hard to look at things differently. The sun shows that we will be, the tower shows that we will be, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. We're kind of stuck in our ways. And it's like, but don't you see this? I don't have this right here, right now, and I want it. And we could be like little children throwing fits over not getting another piece of chocolate. So just being aware of this is going to be an important thing. It's going to be a powerful thing. So connecting with the cosmic center, connecting with the galactic center, calming our minds, slowing ourselves down, and seeing ourselves. That's going to be a big thing during this moon and during this time. The new moon is squared the North Lunar Node, which is the collective soul. And so we're going to see that we are in vibrational energy with the collective soul. And that's gaining growth, that's gaining momentum. And we feel like we're part of something bigger, even though we don't quite realize it. Now, Saturn is sextile Jupiter. Now, this is very positive energy, especially for our finances and building a business or building our career. So just know that during this time, we also have the star, and not the star, but the sun. We have the star, which are further away suns, right? And we have the Two of Swords moving in a path that we hadn't necessarily envisioned for ourselves. We have been through such a change. We have been through a forging fire, a crucible, an intensity that we had not imagined we'd be able to walk through. And this is going to be a time where we see the light, where we see this beautiful, like, loveliness. It's like this warmth coming forward. Now, what's really interesting during this time is that we have the dwarf planet Gung conjunct Saturn. Now, Gung is linked to flooding, so we might see that in the world at large, but we're also going to see it in ourselves, like the flooding of emotions, the flooding of ideas. This alignment can bring an overwhelming sense of constriction, right? Because Saturn is top-down structures. That's what rules Capricorn, is Saturn. It's the rules, it's the regulations, it's holding things in. That's reverse. We're rebelling against rules. We might actually say, Sagittarius, we might say quite often, I don't like to be told what to do. So we're going to see that coming forward. So this overwhelming constriction is not just in our day-to-day lives, but it's also in our psychic and emotional energy that's coming at us. We feel constricted by it. We feel held back by it. We might say, I need to step away from this. And that's the Eight of Cups. Like, this is the energy that we're not quite ready to walk away from, this overwhelming sense of constriction. And it's like, okay, what the heck is going on here? And we're going to see that's going to highlight certain things that are toxic in our lives that we need to walk away from. And we need to be like, end game, not doing this, not playing this way anymore. And that's going to be a big deal. Okay, so let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. I like that. Oh, that's interesting. You think if you walk away, you won't be protected. There's a protection you're protected in a way, Sagittarius, that most people kind of envy, okay? It just have to say, because you're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the Roman name for Zeus, and Jupiter is like the greatest of the greats. So we have that energy coming in. When Jupiter is next to anything, okay, it enhances it to the highest of its ability. And so that's our planet. Like, that's our planet that enhances and brings forward. It judges. It makes everything look so much better. It's kind of like a filter, right, on your phone. It makes things look better. And that's what Jupiter does. It enhances. It brings forward a power. It brings forward an authority. It brings forward a strength. It brings out the best. It brings out what is, I don't want to say the best of you, because it can also bring out the worst of people. Like, it can also bring out the worst, but it enhances. And if you choose to live in the beautiful, if you choose to live in love, in kindness, in compassion, and that energy of the heart, oh my gosh, you shine like a beacon. I mean, no joke. So you are protected. You're just innately protected. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, so this is funny. I think this is funny. So we have here self-reflection, and then we have don't let your past hold you back, the Two of Swords. So self-reflection is reversed. We aren't truly looking at ourselves. We are saying, I want what I want, when I want it, and how I want it. And Spirit's like, hold on, reflect on you. And we're going to be really mad at ourselves. There's something here that we think, I'm supposed to have XYZ. I was supposed to do XYZ. Now, it can be that it's written in our Akashic records and it's coming up soon in our world and in our lives. And so we just feel very called to it, but we have to let it go. Spirit is like, let go of everything but the moment and see where it takes you. Uphold your responsibilities, absolutely, but let go of everything but the moment and see where it takes you. Do not let the past hold you back. That is going to be super important and super valuable. Do not let the past hold you back. Your hard work is gaining momentum. Absolutely, it is. You're releasing a whole bunch of fear, and you're finding from living through this tower time that you are so much braver than you ever thought you would be. And going through this tower time, you're still settling. You're still finding your way. You're still looking at everything. Your heart has still been impacted. It brings us to nothing will come of the situation. The void of course, I have friends who don't do anything during the void of course. So acceptance comes forward. Now, the void of course happens naturally in a lunar cycle. And it's just times, it's only a few minutes long, where things go pear-shaped. It just won't go as planned. So here, nothing will come of the situation where we have the star, where we have our dreams. Our dreams will not come forward as we planned, but our attraction, our energy that we're putting out into the universe, what we're looking at, what we're desiring for ourselves, that is going to start to attract our dreams. It's not going to go the way that we had envisioned, but it is going to go the way that we need. And that's going to be beautiful. The devil reversed. Now here we have your commitment is being tested. That's reversed. It's not necessarily being tested, but it's almost like we need to trust what we are committed to. We've lost sight of the goal or the aim or what we desire. Everything has become so all over the place. It's like now here our commitment is being tested. Our sense of grounding ourselves and stabilizing ourselves and seeing ourselves, that's being tested here. Take time to breathe out. That's reversed. We're not taking time to breathe. We're not taking time to connect with ourselves. It's like go, 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 do, 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 do. With the Five of Cups reversed. We're not changing our mind. We're not changing our lives. We are sitting and looking, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is a person looking at the 3 cups that were spilt and not seeing that behind them 2 cups stand. And Spirit's like, what are you doing? You're literally crying over spilt milk, or in this case, wine, because they're chalices, right? So Spirit is saying, what's done is done. You cannot take the liquid out of the earth. You can't bring it into the cup and bring it back. So let it go. And bless it for having been there a moment. It brings us to acceptance. And our acceptance is reversed because we're not taking time to breathe. We're not taking time to connect. And it makes us feel overwhelmed. It makes us feel like, oh no, I can't do this. And we can. The energy is gaining momentum. It's not, right now we're a little bit stagnant. Okay? And it brings us to the sun, which purifies, right? The sun is nature's bleach. So it purifies. It brightens. It bleaches out the color in things if you leave it out in the sun. And so here we have will reverse. Our will is questioning. The energy isn't gaining momentum. We don't feel like that fire is moving us forward. And yet we have the sun shining on us, the sun blessing us. What will we do with that blessing, with that fire, with that intensity? A new romantic cycle begins. That's reversed. There's a question here. We don't feel protected. We're stuck. We're stuck in an energy that we will be walking away from. Whether that be a relationship, because the 8 of Cups is an ending as severe as a divorce. It's like, nope, I'm done. I'm out. It doesn't mean that a relationship has to be ending here, so I don't need you to get worried. But what it's saying here is that it is time to let go. It is time to change a negative thought pattern, a sense of I can't, looking down on yourself, truly not seeing the power, grace, and beauty of who you are and what you have accomplished in this world. you're going to be starting a new romantic cycle. But it's going to be when you calm down and relax and breathe and connect with you. Now I'm just going to take a sip of water. Our subconscious spirit message is magical. We need to connect with the magical again. We've lost the magic. The world slightly tinged in golds and greens and just all that beauty, all that connection. We need to connect with the magical. And we haven't been. And Spirit's like, bring it back. Bring it back, Sagittarius. Our subconscious chakra message is creativity. Again, the sacral chakra coming into play. Tap again. Open fist, your tailbone, and then your kidneys. Okay? That's going to be so beneficial. Do it for 2 minutes if you can. If you can only do it for 30 seconds. 5 seconds is better than nothing, right? It's bringing the creativity back. It's bringing the beauty back. And it's letting it come in such a way that is absolutely exquisite. So the creativity guides us forward. And we're going to see that. But we've lost sight of it. So subconsciously, Spirit's like, hey, connect with your sacral chakra. Bring that creativity. Bring the inspiration back. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Be mindful of not wanting to be patient, of not wanting to wait and see what grows, see what becomes. We're pushing for something. And Spirit's like, why are you in such a rush? Slow it down just a bit. Because that's also going to be what 2024 is about. The simple joys. The joy of simplicity. And that's a powerful thing. There's joy in the simple. We tend to lose sight of it. And we tend to lose sight of a lot of things. Our world is a constant bombardment of attention, attention, attention. I want your attention. Look at me, look at me, look at me. That's what we're all vying for. And Spirit's like, slow it down. Be picky. Be picky. Our subconscious tarot message is the Nine of Wands reversed. And that is beautiful. The Nine of Wands is worry, doubt, and fear. The Nine of Wands is being battle weary and exhausted and tired and just drained. And we're going to see ourselves releasing that energy of having to stand and fight. And we're going to find that our body is going to be sore, right? We can get headaches very quickly during this time. I've been doing a tapping massage just around my face and into my scalp, which I found to be very, very beautiful. So if you want to do that, if you have headaches, that's a fantastic thing, or just for the energy flow. But also, there's just a sense here of a feeling achy, like your bones will be achy. There'll be just a sense of feeling tired and achy, like you've come out of a battle, because you've been through a tower time. And you might not feel like anybody really sees that tower time. Nobody sees the intensity that you've walked through. Everybody's so busy talking about their own intensity, their own pains, their own hurts. And that's fine. See your intensity. Connect with your angels. Embrace your healing. Slow it down. That is going to be the most important thing, Sagittarius, to slow it down and connect. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy. Not chakra energy, Luna energy. We are blossoming. And a fiery climax approaches. There's an intensity to us that's coming into play. It's not bad, the fiery climax. It's not this energy that just washes over us and takes everything. But it's a sense of power. It's a sense of assertion as we're blossoming into the people that we were always called to be. And that's beautiful. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. Please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Oh, Capricorn. No, may you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.